Think of task 1 like this, okay? You are given a visual, and this visual could be a table, a line graph, a bar chart, pie chart, map, a diagram, showing the stages of a process. What you are asked to do this, explain what is shown in this visual in an objective and academic manner. Notice that if it doesn't say make comments or write your own opinion, you simply need to summarize the information given. That is all. It's not so complex like in general IELTS. What is given to you, just use it. But it's not so easy like this because we have time and word limit. You are given 20 minutes for task 1. The minimum word count you need to write is 150 words. If you write fewer, your score will be affected. However, writing too much as well also possesses a risk. You may run out of time, you might fill your writing with unnecessary information. So, you need to learn how to manage time and how to balance your ideas. Paragraphing and the structure also are the key factors. Let's start with introduction, first paragraph. In introduction, what is expected from you is actually very, very simple. You need to describe the visual given in the question, whether it's a table, graph, or it's just a map, it doesn't matter, in your own words. There's a crucial point here. No copying, pasting the sentence given in the question. Generally, the examiner will notice this immediately because not treat like they don't know anything, okay? And it delivers your score. What is convey the same information, but in another way you need to explain. For example, if the question may be, the chart shows the percentage of people using the internet between 2000 and 2010 in 5 countries. Okay, how to paraphrase it? Maybe you can write like this. The bar chart illustrates how the proportion of internet users changed in 5 different countries, over the period from 2000 to 2010. Okay, as you can see, we are conveying the same information but using different words. These are our own words. This is called paraphrasing, and it is the most important task in the introduction section. The bar chart illustrates, depicts, shows, clearly explains. So, second paragraph is as well so important. The heart of the matter is overview section. This part is so important that the examiner will first look here to check. Can the student see the big picture of the data or not? What you need to do in this place is overview is very clear. Where is the biggest increase or decrease, fluctuation, steady stable movement, or is a general trend upwards or downwards? There is a balance, dramatical change. Is there a noticeable difference or commonality, etc.? For example, you might say, overall internet usage increased in all 5 countries, with the highest growth observed in country A, while country C remained the lowest throughout the period. Okay, so too simple, too basic, and notice that there are no numbers, no years, no detailed information. We have only summarized the main features. That's all of the graph. This is exactly what the examiner wants to see. Actually, it is the most challenging part to discuss. Why? Because a lot of teachers have been discussing for a long time that overview paragraph should come after introduction as in another paragraph, or overview paragraph should be an extension of introduction, maybe the second or third sentence of your introductory statement, or maybe just omit it, not write any overview. Maybe it can be fully an introduction and then write conclusion. So which one is the best one? According to my experience, for some students, okay, from band 5.5, maybe 6 to 7.5, it will be okay to write an overview as a separated section. But according to my experience, writing an overview as in another section for academic writing tasks will be not okay. Why? Because one paragraph at least should contain at least 3 sentences. So it will be coherent and logic. Of course, grammatically correct, because two sentences or one sentence cannot be a paragraph. Okay, this is just a statement. And for academic texts or just essays, you should write organized paragraphs. It means they should have same lengths. Okay, so it will be same logic, organized and similar. So what can we do? Generally, if you write your overview section as one maximum two sentences, in your introductory statement, it means introduction paragraph, will be the best. Not too long, not too less. And some students generally are in trouble with organizing ideas for introductory paragraph. Okay, the first part is paraphrasing the statement. The second one, the second sentence, there is no. Okay, it's too difficult generally for advanced level students. Okay, they can easily write second and third sentence for introductory statement, but others cannot. So instead of it, just mix them. Introduction, the main idea, it means the main statement, not only overview. It is just the beginning of overview. And then after it, you can write your overview statement with one or two sentences. So in that case, overview can just show what's happening mainly, your groups, the main idea, and then what changed in the main plan. That is all. There will be no number, no specific data, etc. Mainly. So it will be really good to organize the essay. Then after you can give numbers, not of course overuse, but you can give numbers, details, trends, trajectories, etc. in your main paragraphs. It will be better. So then what changed, not in the main plan, in background. It means between these two periods can be the subject of conclusion. So via this method, you can easily organize your essay, according to my experience. I hope it will be clear for you. Details section. Actually, we started discussing numbers, dates, and percentages here. But you need to be careful. You don't need to list every single data, every single figure here. Otherwise, it will be just boring and garbage of numbers. The examiner expects you to listen carefully. Group similarities. Compare differences and highlight significant differences, significant changes. For example, you could write like this. In 2000, internet usage was relatively low in all 5 countries, ranging from only 10% in country C to around 20% in country A. By 2010, however, the figures had risen dramatically, with country A reaching almost 90%, while country C lagged behind at just under 40%. We selected important numbers, made comparisons, and helped the reader visualize the table. So I can easily see, I can easily visualize. This is exactly what the examiner wants to see. Now, many students ask, should I write a conclusion for task 1? According to my idea, of course. Without conclusion, it cannot be an academic essay, right? You develop, where is finish? Okay, formally it's not required, okay, but the overview already contains your overall conclusion. However, some students add a short conclusion to wrap up their writing, which is also acceptable in my opinion, which is totally required, okay? But be careful, the conclusion should be very brief and should not repeat what you said in the overview. You can summarize it in a slightly different way. For example, you might say, in conclusion, while all countries experience an upward trend in internet use, the gap between the highest and lowest users widened significantly over the period. Finish. Short, clear, and summarizing. That's all. The structure of Academic Writing Task 1 is quite logical. First, the introduction, then the overview or just combine, followed by details or main paragraph 1 and main paragraph 2 for 7.5 to band 9 level, and optionally, but after 7.5 generally is required, a brief conclusion. If you apply this structure correctly, your writing will appear much more organized, and so the examiner will easily follow your thoughts. This directly boosts your band score. Guys, common mistakes students make in writing task 1. Let's start. First, writing sentence that starts with "in my opinion." Oh, cliche. This is prohibited in task 1, okay? This is a report, not an opinion piece. Second one, copying numbers verbatim, okay? The examiner doesn't want you to copy. They want you to explain, okay? Numbers are in all language, these numbers, okay? And then, of course, in an overview, your band score will drop directly if you add numbers, or in conclusion, if you show your own information or your own knowledge. For example, let's say we have a line graph showing number of male and female students enrolling in a university from 2000 to 2020. In the introduction, you could say, the graph shows the number of male and female students starting university between 2000 and 2010. In the overview section, you can say, overall, the number of students increased for both genders, but the growth rate for female students was higher than for males. In the details, it means in the main paragraph, what can we say, for example, in 2000, there were more male students than female students, but after 2015, this situation reversed. So did you see what I'm doing here? Did you see it's very simple and logical structure? Not confusing, not a lot of numbers. So this is actually what you are asked to do. That is so simple, guys. So let's practice it with a real example now. First of all, let's see the question here. What is written? You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. So the pie chart shows the percentage of persons arrested in 5 years ending in 1994, and the bar chart shows the most recent reasons for arrest. So summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features, and then make comparisons where relevant. It's classic beginning, as you know. So what the question asks that you need to do at the beginning. You should save 2-3 minutes before writing your essay. So it's called quick planning. Okay, in this part, you need to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features. That actually you need to make here as well immediate observations, what you should spot fast. Okay, first of all, it's about pie chart. Arrest rate differs by gender, as you see. Males 32% arrested, 68% not arrested, females 9% arrested, and 91% not arrested. So there's a big gender gap, first one. And then second one, bar chart. Reasons for most recent arrests by gender. 7 categories we have. So that's enough. The standouts about public drinking is the largest reason for females, around 38. And then for males, the largest reasons are public drinking and then drink driving, 31 to 28. So breach of order, other reasons, theft, assault are medium. No answer is very small for both genders. So 2 main features as well to report we have. This is overview as well. So overall, arrest prevalence is much higher among males than females. Perfect. That you can directly write it. And then the pattern of reasons, of course, differs by gender. Females dominated by public drinking. However, males have a more even spread with drink driving and public drinking. So this is really important for us. So plan 2. 2 paragraphs. Okay. So intro, paraphrase the question and say what the charts show. After it, continue with overview in the same paragraph. 2-sentence overall picture. Gender gap plus leading reasons will be okay. And then after it, by the paragraph 1, you can describe the bar chart and gender difference. So you can use numbers. And then by the paragraph 2, you can describe the bar chart, highlight the top reasons, and contrast between genders. And you can give numbers with comparisons. It will be okay. So let's start with model answers. Band 5, 6, 7. Let's continue. First of all, if you would like to create a band 5 answer, first of all, it should be weak, simple, and with limited errors. Okay, and not limited errors, or limited vocabulary with a lot of errors. So the charts show people arrested and reasons for the most recent arrest. The pie charts, first one, show males arrested 32% and females 9%. This means many more men were arrested than women. The bar chart, another one, shows reasons. Public drinking is high for females, drink driving and non-public drinking are high for males. People were arrested for theft and assault and other reasons. So no answer is the last one. No answer is low. In general, men have more arrests and public drinking is important. Finish. That's all. So why this is band 5? First of all, task achievement. Very superficial, almost no selection of main features or comparisons. No real overview as well we have. Coherence and cohesion. Sentences are unconnected, not logic, repetitive, no paragraphing, no clear organization. Lexical resource. Very limited vocabulary we have. High, important, many more, and of course lots of repetition we have. Grammar. Simple sentences, some awkward phrases, errors may confuse the meaning. According to my idea, this type of answer lists facts and uses short sentences, but fails to choose and explain. These students generally fail to choose main features and they generally lack structure. So improve, write an explicit overview and then group the main ideas. It will be better to reach band 6. However, band 6, competent, basic overview and some comparisons. For example, the provided pie and bar charts illustrate the percentage of people arrested in 5 years ending in 1994 by gender and the main reasons for their most recent arrests. I can see easily from the graph that, for example, I can say now, overall arrests were much more common among males than females. And the reasons for arrests differ between genders. Okay, just I need to zoom in. Yes, in the pie charts, around 32% of males had been arrested, compared with only about 9% of females, indicating a substantial gender gap in offending. The bar chart shows that for males, the principal reasons were public drinking and drink driving, each accounting for a sizable proportion of arrests, approximately 31% and 28% respectively. For females, public drinking was the most frequently cited reason, about 38%, while drink driving accounted for a much smaller share. Other causes such as breach of order, assault, theft, and various other reasons each contributed to moderate percentages for both sexes. And the no answer category was negligible. Okay, why it is band 6? Now, first of all, task achievement. A clear, basic overview we have and selection of main features. But limited development we have, not many precise comparisons can be easily seen. Coherence is another criteria. Reasonable paragraphing and progression can be seen, but linking words are too basic. Lexical resource. Adequate vocabulary, but some repetitions, approximately. Grammatical range and accuracy, mostly correct, simple structures are used. Some attempts are complex sentences with small errors. Can be said like this. To solve this problem, first of all, increase precision in comparisons and use a wider range of linking language, and of course vocabulary will be good choice for us. Band 7. It's really difficult. Clear overview, organized comparison, good vocabulary. Directly, let's try to create one band 7 essay now about the same question. Okay, the two pie charts and the horizontal bar chart present data on the proportion of males and females who had been arrested in the 5 years to 1994. And the principal reasons for the most recent arrest, of course. Overall, arrests were considerably more common among men than women, is clear. And while public drinking was the leading cause among females, male arrests were split between public drinking and drink driving. Perfect. Then continue now. The pie chart indicate that roughly one-third of males, approximately 32%, had been arrested, whereas only about 1 in 11 females had been arrested during the period. This sizable disparity points to a much higher incidence of offending among males. Okay, turning to the reasons for arrest, public drinking accounted for the largest proportion of female arrests, around 38%, for far exceeding female drink driving figures, approximately 18%. For males, public drinking 31% and drink driving 28% were two of the most common reasons. Other categories such as breach of order, theft, assault, and contributed moderate shares for both sex, while no answer category remained very small. Finish. It will be okay. So, task achievement shows why it's band 7, for example. First of all, good selection of main features that I try to use and relevant comparisons, but not enough, of course. Coherence, cohesion. Logical structure can be easily seen. Paragraphing, very well. Linking devices used appropriately, but not many. Lexical resource, good range. Turn to accounted for, sizable disparity, very well. Grammar, complex sentences handled well. Minor slips do not impede communication. But of course, variety, not enough. So this is the style and level most students should aim for. Clear overview, accurate comparisons, precise use of percentages. But of course, lack vocabulary, lack grammar. We have. So, band 8 is the very good one. Fluent, well-developed comparisons and really high-level lexes and varied lexes, of course. Approximately it takes 180 words, okay? So let's try to create one. The charts compare the percentage of males and females arrested in the 5 years up to 1994 and identify the principal reasons given for most recent arrests. Overall, the data reveal that men were arrested far more frequently than women, and that pattern of offending differs by gender. Public drinking predominates among women, while male arrests are distributed across several categories, notably drink driving and then public drinking. Finish. So, specifically, the pie charts show that approximately 32% of males had been arrested during the period, compared with only about 9% of females. A clear introduction of the gender gap in arrest rates. Examining the bar chart, public drinking presents the single largest cause of female arrests at roughly 38%, whereas for males, it is one of the top two reasons, around 31%. Drink driving is especially prominent for men, but is considerably less frequent among females. Other causes such as breach of order, theft, assault, and miscellaneous reasons each account for moderate proportions for both sexes. The no answer category accounts for only a negligible fraction. That is enough. We can finish here. So, task achievement, let's start. Task achievement are actually thorough and well-focused coverage, effective comparisons we have, coherence as well, very good paragraphs, cohesion and logical progression can be seen, okay? Lexical resource, wide range and precise vocabulary, predominates, distributed across, blah, 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 very well used. Grammar, accurate and flexible use of complex structures. Of course, we cannot judge it. So, bounded answers are fluent and show precise control of language. To get this point, okay? It avoids repetition and expands your linking in comparative phrases, okay? But now, highest one, band 9, guys. Let's try. Actually, first of all, precise, insightful, and fully developed essay. I need to create now, directly, spontaneously. Okay. The pie chart and accompanying bar charts present the proportion of males and females who had been arrested in 5 years to 1994 and the principal reasons for the most recent arrests. The two salient points emerge. Arrests were much more prevalent among male, and then the distribution of offenses differs markedly by gender, with public drinking predominant among women, and then both public drinking and drink driving predominant for men. Finish first part. Second part, the pie charts indicate that roughly 1/3 of male, 32% approximately, had been arrested in the period, compared with only about 9% of female. A substantial gender imbalance as well. The bar chart adds nuance. For women, public drinking constituted for largest share of recent arrests, approximately 38%, almost double the female rate for drink driving. For men, the picture is more even. Public drinking around 31%, drink driving about 28%, together accounted for a large proportion of male arrests, while breach of order, theft, assault, and other reasons each contribute moderate amounts. The no-answer response is negligible for both sexes. So, come to the last part. Taken together, the data suggests not only that males are arrested considerably more often than females, but also that the typical cause of arrest vary by gender. Female arrests being more concentrated in alcohol-related public order offenses, while male arrests are spread across alcohol-related and public order categories. So, I think I can finish here. It's really good now. Let's start with task achievement. Fully addresses a task with well-selected key features and perceptive comparisons and summary I tried to show. Coherence can be seamless progression. Paragraphs well-balanced. No one can judge. Lexical resource. Extensive, precise vocabulary and collocations. No repetition. So grammar, of course, very wide range of structures, used accurately, rare or no errors without repetition of the ideas. So, but 9 articles not only accurately, but interprets patterns, explaining what the distribution suggests about gendered offending, okay, while maintaining accuracy and variety of language, of course, guys. So, I would like to show you short checklist, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, what are they, okay? Band 5 to 6, if you would like to go. Add a clear overview and 2 paragraphs, do not just list bills. Use basic linking words, however, in contrast, in addition to blah, 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 and then be careful with basic grammar mistakes, okay? But 6 to 7, you need to choose the most important features, okay? Key selection. Do not try to mention every number, okay? It's not your garbage. Use more precise comparisons. X was nearly double Y, account for maybe largest share. Vary vocabulary for increase, important, large, vast, major. But 7 to 8, it will be difficult because cohesive devices, advanced paraphrase, make more precise comparisons. So you need to give figures where relevant, of course, and avoid repetition. But to 9, insides unit, patterns suggest, precise collocations, and accurate complex grammar. So, if you like to do all of them, if you like to reach from band 5 to band 9, first of all, you need to practice with specific charts. You need to learn, you need to actually memorize mock sentences, okay? Always paraphrase, but not overuse it, okay? Write a short overview in introduction that picks 2 or 3 major figures. Gender gap, for example, for this article, reading reasons, put it as a separate short paragraph, will be better. In details, pick categories to compare. Do not list every minor figure. Compare the largest and second largest, highlight contrast male, female, or for the same reason, of course. Use exact percentages where they are clear. Otherwise, for bar values, you can use round figures or just about, around, approximately, nearly, blah, blah, blah. And then time management, of course, 20 minutes. Spend 3 minutes planning, 12 to 14 minutes writing, 2 to 3 minutes checking and correcting before finishing your essay. Okay. In the description of this video, you can find these answers so you can compare it yourself. So guys, just wait for the next video. Bye bye for now. It's Faruk from IELTS Academy.